Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have some really exciting information to go over. Some new potential Pokedex leaks have dropped for Generation 10, detailing all of the returning Pokemon in the base game. We also have some new potential images on the way as well. Some new events have been announced. So many things to break down today. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's quickly go over some brand new Pokemon events and announcements. We've got HDvee here tweeting out saying, HDvee update, the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet online competition has been announced. The Grand Challenge 2026 4 runs Regulation F rules. So that's for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. And then as well as that, in Pokemon Sleep, the New Year's 2026 event is now live. This runs from 4 AM local time to 3:59 AM local time on January the 12th. So a big New Year's event in Pokemon Sleep, and of course the new Grand Challenge in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. But those are the latest Pokemon events and announcements that I wanted to go over. Moving on, we have some new potential image leaks to go over in the near future. We have Moot tweeting out saying, hearing rumors, there are some new Pokemon Gen 10 build images floating around. Haven't seen them yet, but your favorite Pokemon leak investigator is on the case. Something about a Moltres and an Umbrella, so no idea what this could potentially mean. Moltres potentially as a returning Pokemon perhaps, but an Umbrella? I don't think we're going for like a Mary Poppins kind of vibe in this game, so I have no idea what that would be for. I highly doubt it would be character customization or anything like that. But yeah, apparently Moltres, if this is true, could be in the game. Like I say, these build images don't confirm or deny whether Pokemon are going to be in the game or not. They're just the models that they're using for the kind of alpha and the beta builds and stuff. But you'd like to think if they're using certain models in the beta, they're probably going to use it in the actual game as well. But yeah, we could be seeing this relatively soon, but the images that Moot posted weren't everything, you know, not that they've got any more to show, it's just there are more images out there of the Generation 10 build. Moot just doesn't have that information yet, but they're basically saying, you know, they're gonna try and find them and they're basically going to try and post them and stuff. We also have him here saying emergency investigation. Allegedly new images have surfaced from the Pokemon Terra Leak Gaia build. I will be conducting an emergency investigation with a deadline of New Year's Day to obtain them. Happy holidays. So New Year's Day obviously is this Thursday, so we could be seeing these images. Well, today. They could actually be up before this video even goes live. Could be tomorrow on the 30th. Could be Wednesday on the 31st. They're just saying they're going to try and get those images before New Year's Day. So there's no guarantee that they're going to have them. It's not one of those Christmas ones where they're just going to drop them on New Year's Day like they did with Christmas Eve. This is more so if they can get it by that date, they will then drop them. But there are some more potential images out there of the Generation 10 build featuring Moltres and Umbrella. No idea what they're going to be used for. Let me know what you think they're going to be used for in the comment section down below, if they're even true. But yeah, we may be seeing some new images for Generation 10 very, very soon. Moving on, we have a new Generation 10 rumor to go over regarding the Pokedex for Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Wave. This was posted on 4chan. And it's titled Pokemon Gaia Information. It was posted by Lantern on the 28th of December. So this was posted yesterday. And it's going into detail about all of the returning Pokemon. It's going into detail about new Pokemon, starter Pokemon, everything like that. Of course, it was posted on 4chan. So as always, with these posts, take it with a massive grain of salt. It's probably false, but you never know. We're going to be seeing an announcement for Generation 10 very soon anyway. But it's always nice to kind of pick apart these rumors and obviously revisit them as well if they do end up being true. But either way, Pokemon Gaia information, go into it with a grain of salt. So the Pokemon game is actually called Pokemon Seas and Storms, which I do really like that name. Sea and Storms I think is probably better than Wind and Wave. I don't know, it just feels like it has more of a kick to it. But yeah, the games are apparently called Pokemon Sea and Storms. Now this is already a big red flag though, because from the sort of, not really from like the Terra Leak and stuff, it's just from the majority of leaks, we kind of are expecting it to be called Pokemon Wind and Wave. Obviously that could change, but that is looking like the actual names of these games. So the fact that they're saying they're Pokemon Sea and Storms already a bit of a red flag there. But things could change. They could actually be called those names. And I like those names as well. I feel like Sea and Storms it does sound better than Pokemon Wind and Wave. Anyway, I know a lot will be unhappy with this, as now we have 2 SS games. So obviously Soul Silver, is that? No, Sword and Shield, sorry. Sword and Shield and Sea and Storms. I don't know why that would make everybody unhappy. It's not really something that's going to bother a lot of people. I feel like if that bothers you, then, you know, you're living a pretty good life, because people have bigger problems than whether a Pokemon generation is called the same starting letter or not. Anyway, the starter Pokemon consist of a grass bat. So obviously this is something that has been theorized, rumored, leaked, whatever, for quite a while now. We don't know if it is going to be a grass bat. We just know that one of the starters is rumored to be a bat kind of Pokemon. It looks more likely it's going to be a grass type, but again, we just don't know. But either way, starters consist of a grass bat, a fire frog, and also a water buffalo. So we're getting another frog starter Pokemon, and we're also getting a water buffalo as well as this bat. I don't know yet the final types, but the bat's first stage is grass flying, so another Rowlet sort of situation there. I mean, I guess it would have to be grass flying. Then again, it could be like grass poison or something because it's a bat, but I don't know. It's one of those. Or like grass dark, that would be kind of cool. But either way, those are apparently the starter Pokemon. The regional Pokedex is quite large this time around, totaling at 500, with 90 new Pokemon and 410 returning Pokemon. So of course, this isn't the final number because we'll get DLC for this game and that will bring in more returning Pokemon. But 500 in the base game isn't too bad. I feel like that's a decent selection. And again, when this game comes out, there's going to be well over 1,000 Pokemon. So there's going to be less than half of the available Pokemon in the full National Pokedex in this game when it starts. But with every new Pokemon game, there's going to be more and more. And then, of course, you're going to have like regional forms and stuff, which are probably also going to be in the Dex. So it's one of those things. There's a lot of things to program, but I don't know. I don't think we're ever going to get a game where we have every single Pokemon again. It just feels unlikely. But either way, I've enclosed a doc of all returning Pokemon I managed to scrape from November's build, so we are going to go over that. So they have posted every single returning Pokemon for Pokemon Generation 10. If you're wondering where Charizard is, every single starter is available via home transfer, including starter Pokemon. This puts the total of returning Pokemon at 437. So it's actually more than 410. I just guess you won't be able to catch them in the base game, but then again, home also won't be dropping when this game drops unless they change it, but I don't know why they would do that. So yeah, apparently there's going to be an extra, obviously 27 Pokemon from all the 9 generations returning, but through Pokemon Home. So again, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. It says, as for the Rotom scooter gimmick, so that's obviously something we've already seen, where you basically just attach the scooter to your Pokemon and then you can kind of go anywhere. And it's basically taking place of the rideable Pokemon feature that we were originally going to do. So it works about how you'd expect, with the Pokemon pulling you along with the cord. Not all Pokemon are capable of this. You can ride the Rotom scooter on its own, but it's much slower as Rotom tires easily. So you can, yeah, so it's like it can act as a normal scooter, but it's slower, and Rotom tires easily. So I think that's probably going to be similar to Sword and Shield, where obviously when you use the Rotom bike and then you use your boost, until you get it like upgraded, it stops the boost pretty quick. But then obviously you can kind of upgrade that boost, but it still stops after a while. So I think that's what they mean like that. Whereas if you've got like a Pokemon that's kind of like pulling you along, you're not going to stop. You're not going to slow down because of the Pokemon doing all the heavy lifting and stuff. But yeah, the fact that not all Pokemon are capable of this, like you wouldn't really have a Weedle probably pulling you along, because it just wouldn't happen. So I don't know, I think it's going to be one of those situations where like the small Pokemon, you just can't use them. The release date has not yet been decided, but it will be in late 2026, as you would all expect. The announcement is on Pokemon Day. So yeah, late 2026, probably going to be around November time. I mean, potentially with Generation 10 slated, with GTA 6 slated for November 2026 as well now, it might actually affect the release window of Generation 10. Have to wait and see. Feel free to ask me anything. I'll answer all that I can. They haven't replied to anything. I don't think people have really asked them anything. I think they've just been like hounding them in the comments, as they usually do on 4chan. And then this is the returning Pokemon doc. So we're going to go over that in a second. But yeah, all in all with this rumor, I mean, it doesn't sound too out there. It doesn't sound like crazy negative or wrong. It's just kind of like the Sea and Storms thing I don't really agree with. Even though the names are cooler, I do think that they are still just going to be called Pokemon Wind and Wave. And then yeah, the scooter thing I think is just very likely to be the case as well. I just don't know about the home transfer thing. Like, I want all the starters to be available, but like home transfer is not going to be out for a while after Gen 10 drops. So I don't know what's going to be happening with that. But either way, let's take a look at the returning Pokedex for Pokemon Sea and Storms. So this is the returning Pokedex here. So they've labeled how many Pokemon are returning from each generation. So here you can see Generation 1 has 70 species returning. And then we're just going to go down and see which evolution lines are apparently returning. Again, this is from the same rumor as this, so take it with a grain of salt. But either way, we apparently have the Caterpie line coming back, the Weedle line coming back, Rattata line, the Spearow, the Pikachu line, the Nidoran female line, the Nidoran male line, where am I? The Zubat line, the Oddish line, the Paris line, the Psyduck line, the Mankey line, the Abra line, the Machop line, the Bellsprout line, the Tentacool line, the Ponyta line, Magnemite, Doduo, Ghastly line, the Krabby line, Execute, Executor, Chansey line, Tangela, Kangaskhan, the Goldeen line, Scyther. They've also put the types as well, but obviously we're not really too bothered about that. Jinx, Tauros, Magikarp line, Lapras, Ditto, all the evolutions, Snorlax line, and then that's obviously Generation 1. So I'm not going to read out every single Pokemon individually because I did that before and people weren't too happy about it. But yeah, I'm just going to say the evolution lines here. So that's all the Pokemon returning in Generation 1. So yeah, obviously no starters are there, but that's because of the home transfer thing. Also, no legendaries returning from Generation 1 is also quite interesting. But again, that could just be a future sort of development thing like they did in Legends EA, where they do it like as a mystery gift or something. But either way, moving on to Generation 2, we have 42 species returning. So the Centric line, the Spinarak line, obviously Crobat's back, Chinchou line, Pichu, Natuzatu, Blossom, the Marrow line, Sudowoodo, Apom, Sunkern line, obviously Espeon and Umbreon, the Murkrow line, Misdreavus, Wobbuffet, Giraffre, Dunsparce, Gligar, Quillfish, Sizzle, Shuckle, the Slugma line, the Swinub line, Remoraid Octillery, Mantine, Skarmory, Fampi line, Smoochum obviously, and then Miltank and Blissey. So no legendaries from Generation 2 either. And then moving on to Generation 3, we have 65 species returning. So we have the Wurmple line, so obviously both Cascoon, Silcoon, everything like that. C-Dot line, we have the Tailo line, we have the Wingull line, we have the whole Ralts line returning. We have the Surskit line, the Shroomish line, the Whismur line, Azurill obviously, Nosepass, Skitty, Delcatty, Sableye, Mawile, the Aron line, Volbeat, Illumise, Roselia, the Carvana line, the Wailmer line. We have Torkoal, Spoink, Grumpig, Spinder, Zangoose, Zaviper. We have Corphish, Crawdaunt, Baltoy line, Feebas line, Castform, Kecleon, the Duskull line, Tropius, Chimecho, Wynaut, Clamperl line. We've got Relicanth as well, Luvdisc, the Beldum line as well. So that's all the Generation 3 Pokemon returning in Pokemon Wind and Wave or Sea and Storms, whatever. And then moving on, Generation 4, we have 46 species. So we have the Bidoof line, Kricketot line, we've got the Shinx line, Badoo Roserade, the Burmy line, the Buizel line, the Cherubi line. We've got Ambipom, Mismagius, Honchkrow, the Glameow line, Chingling, Bronzor line, Bonsly, Happiny, Chatot, Munchlax, Riolu, Lucario, Skorupi line, Carnivine, Finneon line, obviously, because we've seen images from that. Mantike, we've got Magnezone, Tangrowth, Leafeon, Glaceon, Gliscor, Mamoswine, Gallade, Probopass, Dusknoir, Rotom, all Generation 4 returning Pokemon. So still no legendaries. And then from Generation 5, we have 63 species returning. So that's the Patrat line, the Lillipup line, we have the Purloin line, all the Elemental Monkeys returning as well. We have Blitzel line, Roggenroller line, Drillbur line, Ordino, we have Throwsork, the Venipede line, Basculin line, Sandile line, we have Maractus, Scraggy line, Solosis line, Vanillite line, and then we also have a Molga, Alomomola, the Clink line, Tynamo line, we have Elgium line, the Cubchoo line, Cryogonal, Dridagon, the Golett line, Buffalon, Heatmore, Durant, and then the Dino line, as well as the Larvesta line as well. Moving on, Generation 6, we have 28 species, which is the Bunnelby line, the Litleo line, the Flabebe line, we've got Furfrou, the Pancham line, Esper line, the Honedge line, Helioptile line, we've got Sylveon returning, we've got Dedenne, Klefki, Phantom line, Pumpkaboo line, Bergmite line, Noibat line, and then that's all Generation 6. And then moving on to Generation 7, we have 33 species returning, which is the Pikipek line, the Grubbin line, we have Oricorio, the Rockruff line, Wishy-Washy, Mudbray line, which I think we've also seen in builds as well, so not surprised to see those return. Fermantis line, Salandit line, the Stuffle line, Bouncewheat line, we've got Comfy, Wimpod line, Sandygas line, Pukumuku, Minior, Turtonator, Mimikyu, Bruxish, Drampa, and Delmise. And then moving on for Generation 8, we have 32 species returning, and that's going to be the Squovit line, Gossifleur line, Roly-Coly line, Applin line, Silicobra line, Cramorant, Aracuda, Barascuda, Clobopus, Graplock, Tatina line. We have Impidimp line, the Milcery line, the Phalanx, Pincurchin, Snom line, Cufant line, and then also Duraludon as well. And then moving on to Generation 9, we've got 37 species returning. So that's the Nimble line, the Fido line, Squawkabilly, the Knackley line, Tadbulb line, Wattrel line, Shroodle line. We have Clorf, we have Capsicid line, the Tinkertink line, Bombardier, we have Varoom line, Flamigo, Satitan, Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Annihilate, Farigiraf, the Dunsparce, Frigibax line, Diplin, Arcaludon, and then also Hydrapple as well. And that is all of the apparent returning Pokemon in Generation 10. So not a single legendary. Again, that could be something that we see in the DLC, you know, similar to Dynamax Adventures or something like that. But yeah, not one legendary is kind of interesting. But like I said, I mean, take it with a grain of salt anyway. It's not obviously by any means true or real or anything like that. It is literally just a 4chan post. So it could be real, could be false. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider leaving a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Does really help out the video, the channel, all of that good stuff. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered. Like I say, do you think this Pokedex is real? And also, do you think we're going to see any more images from Moot before New Year's Day? But yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.